Tonight on the Local Live, Mamaroneck Town has two important hearings on the August schedule. The Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp returns to LMC TV. The new county sales tax will add revenue for Mamaroneck and Larchmont. And hear about this week's Mamaroneck Art Stroll from organizer Laura Bott. Good evening. It's Thursday, July 25th. I'm Maura Carlin. Welcome to the Local Live. Mamaroneck Town Supervisor updated the Local Live on the local benefits from the new county sales tax hike that goes into effect on August 1st.
Sales tax revenue is not a given in terms of amounts because it's based on the vagaries of the economic situation. It's not a certain amount every year. It's based on the actual sales that happen. There is a projection of about $295,000 for the town of Mamaroneck from now until the end of December 2019. And for 2020, the projection is actually $640,000 that would come to the town in additional revenue. The town certainly would welcome that. We're not going to sneeze at it or say no thank you, because it can really help us offset our capital costs and help us pay down our debt as well. Since it isn't a consistent amount of money every year, we don't want to budget it for recurring costs that we know we will have every year. We want to use it for special capital investments and infrastructure investment as well. So it will truly help us with these investments, and it should give us some ability to ease the tax liability on the residents as well, because we won't have to use that money. We won't have to raise taxes in order to accomplish those capital projects.
Monday night's thunderstorms did not stop 4 elected officials from stopping by 2 municipal meetings to address the 1% sales tax increase. Westchester County Executive George Latimer and legislator Catherine Parker joined State Senator Shelley Mayer and Assemblyman Steve Otis to talk about how Mamaroneck and Larchmont Village could benefit.
I just want to note that you will be benefiting from the people that are sailing across Long Island Sound from Oyster Bay, and when they come into town and they're making purchases, that's going to add up, and it adds up to the additional revenue for 2019, as you can see, $1,444,000 approximately, give or take. Then the estimate for 2020, $313,639. So very, very significant dollars. For our board, for the Board of Legislators, it was with bipartisan support. I think everybody recognized this as less regressive than a property tax raise. We've been trying to correct and get our fiscal house in order from many years where there was just no investment in the county and things just didn't move forward. So this is all very good news, and it's really great that, again, there was this share arrangement so that you get a direct benefit.
Following a sweltering weekend, thunderstorms from Monday evening through Tuesday morning brought flash floods to the area, including Boston Post Road at the Bank of America branch and the Flats neighborhood in Mamaroneck. More than 2 inches of rain fell, according to the Weather Channel, but flooding had cleared by Tuesday evening. The Village of Mamaroneck moratorium has been extended again until August 31st, 2019. There will be 2 public hearings next month at the Board of Trustees meetings. This moratorium has halted acceptance, processing, and approval of applications regarding multifamily developments or subdivisions resulting in 3 or more homes. One resident addressed the village board on Monday night, calling the moratorium almost 2 years of limbo.
I can't believe you're going to extend this moratorium. This has been going on for around 2 years or so, if I'm not mistaken, which means that you've basically tied the hands of property owners in this village to rightfully, improve their properties or sell their properties and even purchase properties. I mean, I think that's a bit of a burden and a bit of a load on the property owners in the area.
The moratorium currently would expire on the 31st, and we don't, of July, and we don't have to, we have to publicly notice the law that we've redrafted, so we can't adopt that law. So we need to extend the public hearing so we can adopt the law that we're proposing. So that's really the sense of it. And I think none of us really want this to go on any longer than it has been.
At the August 21st Mamaroneck Town Council meeting, public hearings on Larchmont Station commuter parking and reusable bags will be on the agenda. Following a special meeting this past Tuesday, a reusable bag law is closer to passage. Now, this follows news of New York State's plastic bag ban that takes effect in March 2020. Under that law, consumers will be charged 5 cents for a paper bag. At Wednesday's work session, the council discussed a draft of the commuter parking law for Larchmont's train station. Here's Supervisor Nancy Seligson at the public meeting talking about the process.
So it sets some parking prohibitions on streets within half a mile of the Larchmont train station. And we recognize that this is a big change in parking regulations in the town of Mamaroneck, proposed change. We do not want to carry on big changes or discuss important legislation during the summer when lots of people are away on vacation. So we would plan to carry over the public hearing to our September meeting. We also do plan to reach out to everyone who lives on these streets, residents, with a letter in the U.S. Postal Service to let them know about this draft legislation. We will mention it in newsletters and on the website. The draft legislation is already on the website. And we will put out a robocall closer to the August 21st date so that everyone has an opportunity to review it and to comment on it.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
NBC4 New York's lead sports anchor, Bruce Beck, is educating young journalists on how to succeed in the business. Beck is a multi-Emmy award-winning sports reporter and brought his broadcasting camp to the LMC TV studios with the help of some big names in the industry.
Cameron Gassmer here reporting for the local live from the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp, where NBC's lead sports anchor Bruce Beck and many other big names in the sports broadcasting business are paving the way for many talented future broadcasters. The Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp is the best place to start for anyone looking to get into sportscasting. As a former veteran camper, I have not only improved significantly in broadcasting, but as a person as well. They mentor each individual and work to strengthen your skills while tying in many life lessons. In 2017, you launched your own broadcasting camp. What was the reason behind that?
I had done a camp for 15 years with Iron Eagle in New Jersey, the Bruce Beck Iron Eagle Sports Broadcasting Camp, And after it had run its course, so to speak, after 15 years, I wanted to do it still on my own and do it closer to home, Westchester County. And my wife and I got together, and she's the administrator and I'm the creative side, and together the two of us put together the ideas for a sports broadcasting camp. So we're now in our third year in Westchester, and we had a great third season, and we love every minute of it because we're fostering the next generation of sports broadcasters and giving an opportunity to mentor, which is really what I truly love to do.
Bruce brings in many big names in the sports broadcasting business. This week, he had Joe Tessitore of ESPN, Ian Eagle of CBS, Meredith Morakovitz of the Yes Network, and even Kevin Burkhardt of Fox, just to name a few. These big names come in and give these young broadcasters advice and lessons they learned along the way to becoming the leaders in the field.
I always tell them three things, the three mantras for being successful in this career or in any career: attention to detail, preparation, and most importantly, relationships. It's all about the people you work with, the people you meet, the people you cover. It's about working together. It's about establishing relationships that can last a lifetime, because you just can't do it on your own. It's not about that. It's not all about talent. It's about connecting. It's about working with someone. I think those are the things that make it special.
Connections are a big part of this business, as Bruce explained. Many of the people that I met last year, I am still in touch with. They have helped me get internships, meet other people in different departments of media, and have listened to many of my broadcasts that helped me improve in order to move to the next level.
A piece of advice that he's taught me is always to smile. A smile goes a long way. He's always said that it takes more muscles to frown than to smile, and it's just an incredible piece of advice because I always use it whenever I'm on camera. I always try and smile. It always seems to make me sound a lot better, so I always try to use that.
With all the hands-on and real-world experience that the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp has to offer, these many young and talented sports broadcasters have a bright future ahead of them. Reporting for the local live from the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp, I'm Cameron Gassmer.
This weekend, the Mamaroneck Art Stroll will be held across the village. Organizer Laura Bott was on location prepping for the various family-friendly activities that aim to show off local creative businesses and highlight more than 30 Westchester artists and makers.
I had this idea actually since I've been here about 4 years ago, and it's something that I feel is really going to be interesting to see how all the different businesses are going to come together, how the artists are going to be displayed, and really bringing together the full Sound Shore into one event. Both days we're actually going to be painting the barn, so people can actually come in and help us paint a portion of that, and it's going to be a community-based project. So it's really exciting to see how everybody's just kind of coming together and trying different things in this environment.
What I'm working on today is basically a mural based on measurement. We're here in the industrial section of Mamaroneck today. I'm basing it on the golden mean and some other geometric rules that apply in everybody's life in this section of this great town. I would recommend that other young artists in the area reach out and take opportunities like this and make their community aware of what's going on with the artists that live in their own backyard.
Big portion is about the local businesses, because we're doing this as a way to bring tourism and additional people to come into town.
Found a bullet in the woman's body. It's one of ours.
Someone in this department is playing us.
I've got a pretty good idea who.
Okay, in the past few months, there have been a lot of unexplainable deaths.
They're on to us. We need to step up our game. They're going to find out that I'm Abigail Daniels.
What if, wait a minute, Daniels, Daniela? I think that Daniela is Abigail. What are you doing here?
I got the call also.
It wouldn't be because you killed him.
starting not to trust the chief either.
Me neither.
Here's what's happening around town. Get ready for the 4th annual Tiki Invasion Luau. Enjoy food trucks, live entertainment like fire dancers at Harbor Island Park, and an outdoor screening of the movie Finding Nemo. You're not going to want to miss this event, brought to you by LMC TV, Village of Mamaroneck Parks and Recreation, and Orange Bank and Trust Company. Join us tomorrow, Friday, July 26th, beginning at 6. Also tomorrow, family and friends are invited to Memorial Park in Mamaroneck for the movie Hotel Transylvania 3. Enjoy free popcorn and parking. The Meltmobile food truck will be on site, and the movie starts at dusk. Mamaroneck Town will be hosting its last outdoor concert for this month. On July 29th, the Showtime Dance Band will perform a variety of music genres, Motown to dance rock and more, and you can dance all night until it ends at Memorial Park starting at 7. Irish American culture is the focus at the Heritage Celebration this Sunday, July 28th from 1 to 5:30. There'll be food, games, cultural performances at Ridge Road Park in Hartsdale. That's from 1 to 5:30.
LMC Cast.
The whole system is fine. All right, cool. I definitely would recommend doing podcasts if you are someone that likes to get something off the chest, or you want to just talk about anything in the world that just might interest you. Podcast here at LMC TV is amazing.
I hope you're listening out there.
Do you have a news tip? Seen anything interesting around town? Is there breaking news in your community? Send your videos, comments, pictures, and tips to the Local Live, your news source of Larchmont and Mamaroneck.
Remember, if you missed Thursday's live broadcast, you can catch replays of the Local Live twice a day on this channel and find story clips on our YouTube channel. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook to stay up to date on things you may have missed. Thanks for watching the Local Live. I'm Maura Carlin. We'll see you next week, and have a good night.
If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, contact us for more information.